Helena works here as a childminder. She's just leaving after a 9-hour day.
My boss was very annoyed about my pregnancy. She complained that I'll be constantly in and out of the hospital and that I'll neglect my work. She doesn't want someone who's going to have children. She wants someone who can work all the time. I only have 2 free days a month, every second Sunday.
Helena sometimes prefers to walk home, even if it takes an hour.
If I'm out and about, who would notice that I'm ill? I sometimes try to forget that I'm HIV positive. That way I can avoid putting a constant strain on my heart. Otherwise, I'd make myself sick by always thinking, I'm positive. The only thing I think about is my medication. Mornings and evenings. That's the most important thing.
Helena gets her medication at the hospital from the aid project known as DREAM. Her meager wages would never be enough to cover the cost of the treatment. The combination of 3 substances costs €15 a month. The sisters repeatedly make it clear to the women that they have to take the medication regularly, every 12 hours. Only then is the therapy effective. It reduces the viral load on the body. That keeps Helena's condition stable and should prevent the baby becoming infected. Célia also comes here. The aid program includes a food parcel once a month for every woman until their babies reach the age of 18 months. Like many women, Célia, who works at a market stall, has to fend for herself. There's no husband to support her financially.
Yes, a bit. Really? It doesn't really bother me yet. But at some point, I'll barely be able to walk.
Célia takes a few kilos of corn, sugar, beans, and cooking oil home with her. Not all at once, though. That would be too heavy.
Every little bit helps. Money's always tight, and if I take this home, I can use my money to buy other important things.
Sister Adalberta can be firm when necessary.
Young lady, you were quite dizzy. I put the chair there for you. Now drink this juice. If you keel over with the baby, what will you do then? You must never leave the house with an empty stomach. Water for the baby?
The women and their children are taken care of by 5 nurses and 10 assistants. The ward is run by the aid organization Sant'Egidio, with most of the costs covered by the German AIDS Foundation. The government of Mozambique pays for the medication. The ward deals with over 50 patients a day. They come with all kinds of problems.
That's just not right. She says she asked her friend for some medicine. But what kind of medicine?
The patient concerned apparently lives quite far away. It's a common problem. They have no car, no money for the bus, or sometimes the family objects. so attending checkups is difficult.
The problems are complex. Apart from our daily work here in the centre, we have to monitor the private lives of all our patients. That may sound a bit absurd, but it's the only way we can be sure of any success. We have to know who each patient lives with, how she lives, when she sleeps, what she eats. We also have to visit her and talk to her family. Talk about things that, quite often, the patient herself won't have discussed with her family.
Célia lives alone with her 3-year-old daughter. For a long time, she kept her HIV infection a secret from her family.
I was angry and felt somehow blocked inside. Much later, I did tell my parents what was happening. That was because the father of my first daughter, Luisa, said, "Let's go see your parents together and tell them." But he's not yet managed to do that.
He infected Célia and he left her. Has she told her new boyfriend, whose child she's expecting, that she's HIV positive?
No, I didn't tell him initially, but I insisted he use a condom. Perhaps he would have rejected me. I didn't tell him, just like Luisa's father didn't tell me. Men don't accept anything. They won't agree to anything. They come round, you say, "We have to use condoms." He says, "Ha, I'm not used to that. If that's how it is, there's so many other women here." And how many other places do they want to fool around?
In our next episode, Célia is 8 months pregnant and her blood values are not good.